Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Glossy Philosophy. My name is Jansen Bidman and today you are tuned in for a special occasion inspiration. Today we are talking all about those special occasions that you are celebrating with friends, family, and someone special in your life this month. It could be Mother's Day, it could be just a girls' get-together, it could be wedding showers, baby showers, any of those things. I have some inspiration for you, and I just wanted to talk through special occasion dressing in general. As a rule, I think, or not so much as a rule, but I get the most questions from family and friends about what should I wear for a get-together, or like it's really casual, I'm getting coffee, but I want to elevate my look a little bit, to I'm going to a fancy dinner, or what should I wear for Mother's Day. So I have 3 different dresses to kind of talk you through and get those inspiration juices flowing. So let's get started. Again, we are going to start with the most casual option. Now, what makes this casual is not only the color. The lighter the color that you choose, the more daytime it is. The more daytime it is, the more casual it is. As we get darker with our colors, that just reads a little bit more elevated, a little bit more sophisticated, and it also reads a little bit closer to nighttime. Not that you can't wear something a little bit darker during the day, but when you are looking at your dresses or your special occasion wear, just something to think about. So we have these kind of medium blue flowers on top of a bright blue. We also have long sleeves. Now, long sleeves don't necessarily mean casual at all, but the material that this is does. This is like basically 100% cotton. And even though the pattern is really nice, there's really no shape to this dress. So that's another thing. The more shape you have to something, the more sophisticated it is. The less shape you have to something, the less sophisticated it is. The more casual it is kind of a nicer way of saying that. So where are we wearing something like this to? We are wearing this to brunch, a casual brunch, where again, you just want to look nice, put together. You're celebrating something, or maybe you're just, this is a special occasion because it's the only time you get to get out of the house, right? But it is not, again, it's not that fancy dinner. It's not at a fancy venue. And the people that you're gathering with aren't going to be showing up in head-to-toe ball gown wear, that kind of a thing. This would also be a great option for Mother's Day on a more casual scale. So maybe you are going to like the Science Museum. Maybe you have little ones and you're going to the park for most of the day, or maybe you're just going to be on your feet for a majority of the celebratory day, but the things that you're doing aren't of a grown-up manner. They're a little bit more adventurous, or they're a little bit more like running after somebody kind of vibe. So this, as you will see in the modeling shots, is almost a maxi on me. It almost goes down to the floor. So I love that. It definitely has some drama to it. So it's not just a typical sundress. It is an elevated sundress, which is from Emerson, Frye, an amazing and very interesting company. Comes with a drawstring. It doesn't give enough shape. It doesn't give enough shape for people who are like an hourglass shape like myself, or somebody who just wants to create that waist. Emerson Frye, I find to be on the very generous side. They want to fit lots of people. They want everybody's invited to the party, okay? So they leave a little bit more room than some other companies, which are a little bit stricter on their sizing. So what I would do, again, to just step it up a little bit, is I would add a belt. Now, your belts, again, can take this to the next level, or I can keep it on the casual side. I've chosen something very casual, a light leather woven belt. So if this was darker, or if this was a metallic, that would make it a little bit fancier. But because we're keeping it on, again, the lighter side, and in leather, it is definitely on that more casual side. And the woven detail also, although interesting, makes it a little bit more casual. Now, what are we wearing on our feet? and what are we accessorizing with? I say that you go along with the woven detail and do some really fun woven earrings, or some raffia earrings would be really cool. Again, if you want to elevate it, go for some metal hoops. That would be beautiful. And then definitely grab something in turquoise and do a turquoise ring, do some stackables, which I have right here. This neckline doesn't open too much unless you're wearing a slip underneath, which I would definitely recommend with this dress. But I feel like a necklace can compete very easily with something like this, which is head to toe pattern. So I think an earring is a better choice, and a statement ring or some stackable rings. Shoes. You have a couple different options. So I love these kind of like gladiator tie-up sandals from Dolce Vita. You can definitely wear these with any of these dresses, and because it is in a metallic leather, it definitely takes it up a step from flip-flops or any kind of flat slide. Now, if you want to play into that blue, there are lots of really beautiful blue sandals out there. And if it's in a leather, it will elevate it. If it's in a more of a woven detail, it's just going to keep it at that casual level. So again, you can take this a little bit fancier, a little bit more sophisticated, but just kind of going with this dress and the vibe of this dress, which I feel like is a little bit more casual, then bringing in those woven details is really nice. Now, because you're probably doing a lot of wovens with something like that, then it's fun to bring in like a leather clutch or a leather handbag, or just something a little bit different to give you some different textures, because you're basically covering your body in cotton, so that's one. And then you have your woven details, so that's two. It would be nice either to mimic what you're doing on your feet, or again, to just bring in something a little unexpected with the clutch. And I would definitely do a clutch, again, for special occasions. Something small says, I'm here for you, I'm paying attention to what you have to say, and I did not bring my entire life with me to this event. Something bigger says, I'm busy, I have things to do, and I have a lot in my bag, so let's do this, and I'm here for you, sort of, but I gotta go. Kind of a vibe, okay? So now, moving on from casual, we are going to that in-between event. An in-between event can be really tricky. It is something that you have to be prepared for lots of different situations and scenarios. Maybe you're celebrating two different kinds of events. Maybe for like Mother's Day, you start your day off having a really nice brunch. It's not too fancy, it's not too casual, and then you're going to the park, or you know you're going to be walking around, and then maybe you end with a nice dinner somewhere, or you basically just have to have an outfit that can do it all. So something like this from Cleobella is going to be a game changer for you. It is definitely on the fancier side than the Emerson Frye dress, which reads a little bit more daytime. This pattern is based in black instead of a light blue, so automatically it shoots a little bit more evening, a little bit more sophisticated, and even though it is in cotton, which is fantastic for spring and summer, especially summer, it does have those brighter, lighter colors that you can really play into for daytime, or for something that's just maybe a little bit on the creative side, a little bit, you know, on the daring side. So with this dress, you can really, again, play with the accessories and make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more casual, or a little bit more sophisticated. If you're going sophisticated, the easiest way to do that is to go monochromatic with your accessories. How do we do that? I'm talking a big statement ring in like a almost skin tone natural stone. So something like this. This ring is from Evereve. It is fantastic. I'm wearing it nonstop. And then because we have such a high neckline, you definitely want to do some drop down earrings. I think there's nothing like a drop down earring that says fancy and dressed up. A hoop can kind of go either way, but a dangle earring just is like, yes, I am here for the fancy today. I am feeling a little bougie, okay? And then you can go keep in that general monochromatic tone, you can either go gold with something like the Dolce Vita wraparounds, or if you need a heel, you want to keep it kind of in your skin tone. And that is going to give you the most sophisticated vibe. Same with your bag. You can keep it in the browns, in the golds, or in kind of like a skin tone color. How do we make this a little bit more fun? We make it a little bit more fun by pulling some of these colors. So you can pull the coral or you can pull the blue. For me, I feel like the blue is a dare because it is a bright blue. However, I think it's Staud, S-T-A-U-D, makes some really fun handbags in a really great blue that I think could go awesome with this dress. And then just keep everything else more on the gold side. Do that pop with your handbag and that would be stunning. If you wanted to play with your shoes and go with a color, I think a coral or an orange would be much, much easier. So I picked these shoes up. Yes, these are orange, but orange and coral go so nicely together. And you do have a little bit of a gap, as you can see in the modeling shots, between where the dress ends and where your foot begins. So I think that they definitely talk to each other. They're not exactly the same, and I think that's okay because it's very friendly. Orange and coral are very good friends, and they definitely have an interesting conversation together. So that's a fun way just to be a little bit more playful with your accessories. You could do the same thing with a bag. I think an orange bag is really hard. I think a blue handbag is much easier to mix and match with other things in your wardrobe. But I think an orange shoe, especially heading into summer, is a really, really fun idea. So again, this is your do-it-all dress because it is cotton. You can like run around in the park. You can go to that nice brunch. You can have a nice dinner, or you can even do like a work event in this dress because you are very covered. It is modest, but it is also feminine, and you have much more shape as well. And then finally, we have those events where we need to take it up even one more step. And we're not talking like a wedding where we're going really, really fancy. We're talking like step down from a wedding. So maybe that's a work event. Maybe that's Mother's Day for you. Maybe that is just a Tuesday and you're feeling a little fancy. This is the dress that you want to pull out. So this is from Evereve, and again, it has the shape. So we have a little bit more shape here. We definitely have a lower neckline. So that makes it a little bit on the party dress side rather than this one, which is definitely on the more modest side. We've got some really nice feminine detailing with the ruffles and then the floral print. I like that the floral print is almost the same color as the dress. I think again that makes it a little bit more sophisticated. So we're going to do the same thing with accessorizing this as we did with the Cleobella dress. You want to go more sophisticated, you keep it very monochromatic with your accessories, kind of playing between like browns and golds. You can definitely get rid of the woven detailing and just go straight leather. That would be beautiful. You can of course do the golden Dolce Vita shoes, or you can do something with a heel that's kind of strappy and almost woven like the Schutz orange shoes, but in a flesh, not a flesh tone, in a skin tone. That's a better way to say that. Or you can grab something in kind of an unexpected color. So this shoe, again from Dolce Vita, is kind of fitting a lot of those criteria. So this is definitely on the lighter side. It's lighter than my skin tone, but it's not so far from my skin tone that it doesn't read neutral. It's a pinky cream, and it just goes really beautifully with this dress, with pinks, with purples. Again, anything with a pink kind of undertone that's in there, this shoe is going to fit the bill. So I like this dress because it is a warmer pink with gold. I think that fits a little bit better. And then you put this shoe and you just look so chic. It's so put together, and you didn't really have that, you didn't really have to think about it too hard. Now, because you don't have sleeves, You can absolutely play with bracelets if you want to, or you can do a big cocktail ring. I probably wouldn't do both. That's quite a bit unless that's your style and then I say go for it. But usually when we have a deep or a deeper V, we want to do a necklace, and then we want to either choose rings or bracelets. Thank you guys so much for watching this video on special occasions in May. I hope however you are celebrating this month, you have a wonderful time. I hope this got your creative juices flowing and that you find the perfect dress or perfect outfit for your special occasions. I do fashion videos every Wednesday, beauty videos every Friday, and on Mondays, more in-depth styling videos to make your life a little bit easier and add that little bit of gloss. Hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye!